Just fasten your seatbelt and let's go to the world of justice. And you can call me Sir Dan. Welcome to our explorations of distributive justice. How should society distribute its benefits and burdens? Let's dive into diverse perspectives. So, what is the views of distributive justice? And what is distributive justice, by the way? Distributive justice is about fairness in society. Among its members. It's very important to have an equal distribution of resources among the group or society in order for us to have an equal slice of the different parts of our society. And there are key benefits of distributive justice. The first one is reduce social unrest and conflict. Having good and equal distribution of resources, we can reduce a social unrest and avoid struggles in the society. A just distribution aims to minimize social unrest and conflict by ensuring that individuals and groups perceive a systems of equitable and their needs are met. Second, increase economic efficiency. Imagine a pie. Economic efficiency is about making the biggest pie possible. Distributive justice is about making sure everyone gets a fair slice. So, the problem is sometimes making the biggest pie means some people get tiny slice or even none at all. That's not fair. So we need to find a way to make a big pie and make sure everyone gets a decent slice. It's tricky, but we can do it. Third, improve public health and well-being. Improving public health and well-being requires a robust approach to distributive justice, ensuring fair and equitable access to health, care, and resources and opportunities. Fourth, enhance democratic participations. Enhanced democratic participation as distributive justice refers to increasing the involvement of citizens and decisions about how resources and opportunities distribute in the society. Fifth, more equitable distribution of resources. Achieving a more equitable distribution of resources is central goal of distributive justice. This involves moving beyond simple equality of outcome and considering a multifaceted approach that addresses the complexities of fairness.
Good day, everyone. So, I am Lorian Alania, but you can call me Teacher Ann. So, for today's discussion, I will discuss with you what is the distributive justice. So, when we say distributive justice, what comes in your mind? So, distributive justice is refers to the fair and just distribution of resources, benefits, and burden among individual or group within our society. And it involves the principles and rules governing how goods and services are allocated, ensuring that each person receives what they deserve or need. So first is the fairness. So when we say fairness, it ensuring equal treatment and opportunities. So it means in our society, we should distribute fairness without biases. Next is the equity. So equity is distributing resources you can call me Miss Lady. I will give you some example of egalitarian justice. For example, community garden project as an equal access. The garden is open to everyone in the community regardless of their background and family or experience with gardening. Second, shared responsibility. Member of the community worker together to maintain the garden, sharing tasks like planting, weeding, and harvesting. This fosters a sense of collective ownership and responsibility.
Good day. My name is Julita, but you can call me Teacher Lan. My name is Gemma Sabal, but you can call me Teacher Jem. And we are going to discuss about capitalism. So, capitalism, the private ownership of the means of production and the use of those means for the aim of making a profit, are the cornerstone of the capitalist economic system. So, ang capitalism ay kanang nagbase na dyan sila sa competition, like competing siya sa negosyo. For example, there is a person open a coffee shop. He owned that coffee shop and then he set the prices of coffee shop and decides how to run it. So the more naman ang customer sa negosyo, the more sa ang kwarta mga mo. So this person, kaya nakikupit siya sa laing coffee shop. So maaatak ang iyang customer sa iyang negosyo, kaya iyang set ang prices ng coffee shop to low price. But there is an inherent problem. Like, there is other people getting rich just because of the struggles of the other people. Like, for example, a company worker. I'm not saying that all company workers, but there is some company workers na ako nagiging sila sa trabaho at ilang hildo kumayra. Another example is construction worker. As you can see, construction worker is kung pinakahabot sila ng trabaho at ang ilang income mamalawat, kumayra. That's why distributive justice comes in to have fair so that everyone gets what they need.
Good day. I am James Riley, Doctor, and you may call me Mr. Doctor. So now I will be discussing the topic about social justice. So what is social justice? Social justice is the view that everyone deserves equal economic, political, and social rights and opportunities. Here is one of its situational example. So a low-income neighborhood is disproportionately affected by air pollution from a nearby industrial plant. Residents are experiencing high rates of respiratory illnesses and other health problems. So the injustice here is the residents are not being treated fairly. They are bearing the brunt of environmental damage caused by the plant, while the company that owns the plant and the wealthy individuals who benefits from its operations are not experiencing the same negative health effects. So the social justice in action is the residents come together to form a community organization, advocate for their rights, and the community hires a lawyer to file a lawsuit against the company, seeking compensation for the damages and demanding stricter and more seeking compensation for the damages and demanding stricter environmental regulations. So that is all.
So, we are now talking about the three norms of distributive justice. But what is norm? Norm are like unwritten rules of society. They are shared expectations, beliefs, and behavior that guide how people act in different situations. Think of them as the invisible hand that shape our interactions and help us navigate in everyday life.
Good day. I'm Meryl Spigabella, but you can call me Teacher Rose. So, three forms of distributive justice: power, authority, power, or control over the group.
Did you find distributive justice good? So this time, I will summarize all this topic just for a minute. So, views of distributive justice is about fairness in societies, benefits and burdens are shared among its members. So, it simply means that distributive justice is talk about the equality of distribution of resources among in a group or a community. There are three kinds of distributive justice. The first one is egalitarian justice. Egalitarian justice is a political philosophy that asserts that everyone should be treated equally from the moment of their birth. The key points of egalitarian justice that every individual must possess an equal moral worth, therefore they deserve considerations and distributing responsibilities and opportunities in the society. Second, capitalism. Economic systems where private owners and corporations own and control the means of production. This means that capitalism is the private ownership of the means of production. This means that individuals and corporations own and control resources and businesses to use to produce goods and services. The third is social justice, concept of equitable and just interaction between individuals and their society. This means that social justice is the justice that talks about the equality of distribution of resources, opportunities, and privilege in the society. Lastly, the three norms of distributive justice: power, authority, or power that control over the group. Need. Those are needs should be given the resources needed in order to meet their needs. Responsibility. That concerns that those people who already have the most shares amount should give a part to those who have less. It's very important these three norms are under distributive justice in order for us and in order for the community to have a good flow of relationship among the distributions of resources. So, that's all for today. I hope you learned something in our topic. And